you've got Golden State in ways that I don't in this NBA postseason. Yeah, I think you've got them winning the West, right? Going at least to the Western Conference Final. I said earlier in the show that and it's the truth, like 0 seconds was I thinking they're going to lose the game. Now, I will just say, I also didn't think Duke was going to lose against Houston until, like, Houston took the lead with 15 seconds left. But maybe I'm just, like, irrationally confident sometimes. Take us through your emotions at the end of the game last night and your thoughts on what we saw in the East and the West.
Yeah, I mean, my emotions were like, here we go with playoff Jimmy. Like that was my emotions. Like, this is why they made the trade at the trade deadline to get Steph Curry some help. Now, I think they still need more help, which is like, even though I'm Mr. Warriors guy, love to see them win. They have a nice setup in this first round series against Houston. A little concerning that it was just Steph and Jimmy Butler. Now, like, Gary Payton, the second, had like a couple threes, like 12 points off the bench. Quentin Post had like a really good game, especially in the second quarter. But like, I want to see more offensive output for some more guys, because I don't think it can just be Jimmy and Steph the whole way. Like, I don't think that's going to work. Not where they're at from an age standpoint, also from an injury standpoint. Like, those guys have been banged up all throughout the year. I mean, Steph was even wincing on the sideline, holding his thumb after he got it caught in one of the guys' jerseys last night. So he can't just be all those guys. Like, I want to see some Jonathan Kuminga. Like, I don't know if he's completely fallen out of favor with Steve Kerr. Clearly, that's the case. Because, like, this dude, he got benched this past Sunday against against the Clippers in the Sunday, the dramatic game that we saw to end the regular season. And then last night, like, there was not even a hint that he would join them on the court. Like, that dude, he might as well have been sitting in row B, chilling, eating some popcorn, or like the guy that we saw in Orlando that was eating the plate of spaghetti or whatever he was doing behind the bench. Like, that should have been Jonathan Kuminga last night. They need him because Kuminga, like, he might not play Warriors basketball, but at least he can give you some explosive scoring where it's, oh, here's 18 points in 22 minutes like he did against the Lakers a couple of weeks ago in that game in LA. Like, you need someone to help Jimmy and Steph along. It can't just be those two guys, even though the Batman and Robin kind of thing looks great. And hey, they had 75 combined points. Once you start to step up in competition, and especially this upcoming series, you need some more athleticism. You need some more offensive explosion. So hopefully we see Kuminga at some point, because if we don't see him, like, they're going to lose him for the rest of the duration of the playoffs. And at that point, you can never go to him again. Like, it's been a couple of games. Let's bring him back in the rotation to kind of bolster the offensive scoring. But outside of all that stuff, pleased with what we saw last night. Good to see the Warriors win. And now we have the Warriors as a minus 190 favorite against Houston.
Good news on the Kuminga front, Femi, and I think for anyone that likes the Warriors in this postseason, and I do like them in the series, and then I think the Lakers will beat them in the second round. Draymond Green telling reporters last night after the game, and I'm going to read this quote here. So this is Draymond Green last night. As of regard, the he is Jonathan Kuminga. Quote, he'll contribute versus Houston. He's great. He's getting his work in. And ads are loading and pushing my text. They're different places. Okay, here we go. Just love the internet. He's great. He's getting his work in. That's all you can do in that situation is get your work in. And he'll be meaningful for us in that series. I have zero doubt about it. I think the challenge for him is to stay mentally engaged, as it is for anyone in that situation. But I have zero doubt in my mind he's going to help us this series. He will, not 100%. He will 1,000%. And I don't, there are some players that could make comments like that, Femi, and you'd think, well, what the hell does this guy know? He's not the coach. He's not the GM. I don't think Draymond's shooting from the hip without having, knowledge of how this is going to go. So I think, I don't think that means Kuminga's playing 35 minutes a night, but I think they're definitely going to play. They're going to need him in the series with the size the Rockets have, right?
Exactly. Like, the Rockets are, the Rockets are a very long and athletic team. Like, Amen Thompson is the first guy you think of. Tari Eason, other guys like Jalen Green. Like, the Warriors don't have that. Like, the Warriors guys, it's Steph Curry, who's 6'3", Jimmy Butler, who, he's a good athlete, but not as great of an athlete as he was when he was first in the NBA. Draymond Green, a little bit undersized. Like, you need someone like Kuminga, because, look at what happened last night in the game. Even though they won, they were getting out-rebounded by Memphis. Now, of course, Zach Edey's a literal outlier out there on the basketball court. At 7'4", he's going to grab a lot of rebounds. But, we saw them get beat up on the glass against Houston when they played a couple of weeks ago. They got beat up on the glass against the Clippers this past Sunday, dealing with Ivica Zubac. So, you need Kuminga, who can at least help from an athleticism standpoint, defensively and on the offensive glass, to get you some of those extra possessions. Because, face it, the Warriors, the best stuff that they do is defense. Offensively, this is not the 2016 Warriors where they're lighten it up and it's Stephen Clay, Splash Brothers, all that stuff. It's a different team. It can still win and like they can still have an effective team, but like it's just not the same. So hopefully Kuminga gets back in the rotation. And if Draymond is right, and I think that we can definitely take Draymond at his word, that'll be a good sight to see for the Golden State Warriors because they definitely need him against one of the more athletic teams in the Houston Rockets. But I mean, I have a fun way to bet this series. Like, I don't want to lay the price, but I will be betting the series. You said that you're not really interested in the series, just going to go game to game, or how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm not sure yet. I'm not going to like Houston in the series. No, I'm not. I mean, let's say Houston wins by 100 in game one, maybe I'll be like, oh, okay.
But
before the game start, yeah. Well, I mean, for the people that like the Rockets, and do we even need to talk about Celtics Magic? We can like talk about it like tomorrow or whatever.
Yeah, I have a fun way to bet that series, but we don't have to. I think the Celtics win the series, but I think there's a way to bet it.
And I want you to tell us what that is, but the people that are going to like the Rockets, and like I'm in some DM chats with people that do betting content, like big NBA fans, and the ones that like the Rockets, they all say the same thing. Okay, if Amen Thompson, everyone acknowledges is like a super duper star, right? At least going to be a super duper star.
Yeah, he's like a top 3 defender already.
Yeah, if he can lock down Steph Curry, like to a degree, right? Hold Steph down a little bit. Yeah. Can the Warriors score enough? Like, do they have enough scoring oomph to get them over the finish line? And I think it's a really fair question to ask. My thought would just be, after the way the game went a couple weeks ago in the regular season, right? So it was it'll be 2 weeks ago this Sunday, I think. Yep. The Rockets won that game by 10, and the Warriors scored less than 100 points. Super physical game. Like, the Rockets kind of like stood up in Draymond's face and like, we're not gonna let you punk us here. It was actually pretty impressive. And Udoka saying after the game that when that team, Golden State, starts complaining about the refs, like that's when like you actually get more physical and you really get in their heads. So it worked in like game 79 or 78 out of 82, and God bless them for it, right?
Yeah.
Is that really going to fly in a playoffs? And if it does, then maybe the Rockets just win in 5 or 6, right? I can't imagine, Femi, that's going to be the case. So you give us your opinion on that, and then I want you to, the time remaining here in the segment, how are you betting Warriors Rockets? You can have a fun way to bet that series, and then how are you betting the 2-7 in the East with the Celtics and the Magic?
Yeah, let's start off first with the people that are kind of asking the question of how is Golden State going to score. We could ask that same question of the Houston Rockets. How are the Rockets going to score in this series? Because Houston, as great as they were in the regular season, we know regular season defense means more than offense. Like on a night-to-night basis, that's why the Rockets were really good. Like, close game, 2 minutes to go. Who do you trust? Is it Golden State or is it Houston? Like, I know who I want. I want the team that has Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler, not the team that's hoping that Jalen Green doesn't take some ill-advised shot or is wondering if Fred VanVleet can get his shot off against someone like Butler guarding him or whoever they have guarding him, like GP2, Gary Payton II. Like, I think in a close game, I will like the Warriors in that matchup. So that's what would be my response to the people that question if Golden State can score enough in this series. But how I'm attacking this series, because I do think that the chatter and the conversation leading up to Sunday night's game one is going to be about how the Golden State Warriors have so much experience and they have the big experience edge. They're the team that's going to win this series. I think Houston's going to come out with their hair on fire in game one. Like, I like the double result bet for this series. Rockets to win game one, Warriors to win the series, plus 260 over at BetMGM. Like, I think Ime Udoka is going to have his guys just absolutely lathered up, playing the underdog role of nobody believes in you guys. They think that these guys are going to punk you guys in your own court. I could see the Rockets taking game one, but then once that intensity drops off, because you can't sustain that over the course of a 7-game series, I think that's when Golden State's experience actually wins the day. So I like Golden State to win it in 6, but I'm going to play more so the Warriors, Rockets to win game one, Warriors to win the series.